Hamas leader and arrested 38 others. The IDF fighter jets also destroying a Hezbollah terrorist infrastructure in Lebanon.
Senior correspondent John Huddy has been following this since really this has begun. He's live on the ground in southern Israel with more. John.
Yeah, and along with a lot of activity here in the Gaza front, there's been a tremendous amount of activity in the north on the border with Lebanon and also in the south. I want to start there with some developing news that we're getting. The IDF says the air defense system successfully intercepted a missile that was fired from the Red Sea region, presumably by the Houthis, the Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen at Israeli territory. It's the first time that the aero system has operationally and successfully intercepted a missile since this war began. The aero defense system, of course, was jointly created by both the United States and Israel. This, as an IDF official, confirmed that ground operations are expanding in Gaza as forces continue to push in from the east and the north. I'm going to step out of the way, and once again, I'm going to have Gregory kind of push in on this. It's a little hard to see because it is very smoky, but in the distance, beyond the tree line, is Beit Hanun. This is essentially a periphery of Gaza City. There is what sounds like an intensive firefight that's going on literally as we speak between IDF ground forces and Hamas terrorists there. We know the IDF launched more than 300 strikes overnight, airstrikes, artillery fire on Hamas command and control centers, terror tunnels, the spider web network of more than 300 miles of tunnels beneath Gaza, and also Hamas commanders. That said, the IDF also announced it took out another Hamas commander, Nassim Abu Ajida. He's commander of Hamas's northern command in Beit Lahia, who was responsible, according to the IDF, for many of the atrocities carried out during those October 7th attacks. The IDF also announced Monday night, as you were just talking about, the rescue of Private Ori Megadish, shown in an IDF photo, reunited with her family, part of an operation between the ground forces and also Israel Security Service Shin Bet. Israeli officials maintaining they're committed to rescuing all 240 hostages. By the way, that number has gone up, according to the IDF. This is the head of Israel's Southern Command, General Yaron Finkelman, entered Gaza Monday, according to the IDF, for a battlefield assessment. He also spoke with his troops in the south. This is, we gotta go. We got an incoming rocket alert. Here, get down. Get down, 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 down. Down on the ground. Down on the ground. Guys, sorry, hold on. We have an incoming rocket alert, and we are very close to the border. We are, just stay down, face down. The field in front of us is actually burned from incoming rocket fire overnight. Keep your face down and your head down. Just stand by, Sean and Emma. We're right on the border with Gaza, so we have like 10 seconds to basically take cover when there's incoming rocket fire. We're right in the line of fire. Again, as I was saying, the IDF confirming to me they're pushing deeper into Gaza, the periphery of Gaza City. We're hearing fighter jets overhead. We've also heard a lot of artillery fire, along with heavy machine gun fire. You heard what Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said in his address last night, quoting Ecclesiastes from the Bible, when it says there's a time for peace. He said, this is a time for war. And I think we're clear. I'm going to get back in front of the camera. But that gives you, I don't know if you're still with me, but that gives you a little idea of kind of what it's like out here, as we're very, very, very close to the action. You can hear the fighting. You could smell it. This whole area is incredibly smoky. One, from the fields burned in front of us, and two, from the ongoing fighting in the distance. Guys.
Yeah, John, stay safe. Obviously, knowing exactly what to do in that moment to get down on the ground, it really is all you can do. And that just shows you how dangerous again, our senior correspondent is and how close he is there to the fighting. John, I wanted to get back to something that you reported to the public just now, and just to get clarification on it. Did you say that there was a Houthi missile launched from Yemen? Is that correct?
Well, that presumably. So the IDF said that the aero defense system successfully intercepted a surface-to-surface missile fired from the Red Sea region at Israeli territory. So the presumption is that it once again came from Yemen. and from the Houthis that are Iranian-backed. It wouldn't be the first time this has happened in the course of the war, that missiles were fired from Yemen. Remember, the U.S. successfully intercepted several. And the IDF saying this is the first, though, time that the aero defense system was used operationally to successfully intercept a missile. And that defense system, the aero defense system, I've seen up close, along with Iron Dome and Patriot missile batteries. It was jointly created in coordination between the United States and Israel.
All right. And it just goes back to that growing fear of the war expanding in the region. Now you've got other countries reportedly involved. John Huddy, thanks so much for that live report. Of course, stay safe. We'll check in with you throughout the show.